much would it cost to reopen Alcatraz? I crunched the numbers so that you don't have to. And if you've been living under a rock, no pun intended, as to why I'm doing this video, it's because President Trump said that he wants to reopen Alcatraz, which closed in 1963. Now, for the purpose of this discussion, we're going to set aside the legal, political, environmental hurdles, as well as the fact that it is a preserved national landmark, and we're going to just focus on reopening. Now, let's work a little bit backwards and start with staffing and logistics. So that would run you about $50 to $100 million a year. The biggest reason that Alcatraz closed in 63 was because the extremely high costs of operating the facility. Because it sits on its own island, it would require boat service running pretty much round the clock. And when you're dealing with inmate transfers, you're also going to have helicopters having to run pretty much around the clock. And that's not including food and medical, which will have to be brought in every single day. Now, continuing to work backwards, let's talk about security modernization. This prison was never set up for modern day security. It was built in 34, closed in 63. So to update that, you're talking about $100 to $250 million. To name a few things of what that would entail, you're talking about modern day security systems, control rooms, biometric access systems, as well as modern day surveillance. So now let's talk about the major structural overhaul, because remember, it hasn't been used as a prison in 55 years. Buildings have been deteriorating. They've been preserved, but not brought up to standard. Let's start with utilities, things like water, electricity, sewage. They have either been non-functional or outdated for decades and would all need complete replacement. As we all know, California has a lot of earthquakes, and when they built this prison in 1934, they didn't really care about that. There were no codes, but in 2025, there are. So they would have to do some earthquake retrofitting to get it up to speed and code is there, as well as getting the buildings up to code in general to modern safety standards. Now let's talk about the cost. Just to get you to walk in the door of it, modernization of it, updating it would be $200 to $400 million. Your security systems, $100 to $250 million. And then staffing alone would be $50 to $100 million. And that is before you have to fight all the other regulatory compliances, things like that, which would be another $50 to $200 million. So basically you're looking at between $400 and $950 million, and that's before any expansions and any other unknown expenses. This could go well into the $1 to $1.5 billion range. Anyways, I would love to know what you guys think about this. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to hit that follow button.